to some things, like I said, I don't like about barber school. Barber school's cool. There are a lot of things I do like. Let me talk about the things I don't like. The first thing I don't like, when I'm cutting hair, I can take off my jacket, long sleeve shirts, all of that, you know what I'm saying? I always get hair on my arms. I always get hair on my shoes. I always get hair in places where I would never think that I would get hair. Like, I'll be cutting, right? I'll do some haircuts. 6, 7, 8 haircuts in, I start feeling hair, like in places I don't even think hair should be. You know what I'm saying? I start feeling it maybe by my leg, on my jeans, maybe on my foot. And I'm like, bro, how is hair getting in these places? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, the places you would never think hair would end up, it ends up, bro. Hair always ends up in a place that you think that it's not gonna end up, and it's very uncomfortable. That's the first thing. Nobody told me hairs could get in your shoe. You got shoes on, like no slides, no holes in your shoe, and somehow hair follicles find their way in your shoe. Like, yo, they don't tell you that. They don't tell you about that. They don't tell you about that. They say, oh, you gonna learn to cut hair. You gonna learn to cut hair, but they don't tell you that hair is gonna end up on your arm, leg, all parts of your body, and now you start itching. Now you looking crazy because you got hair all over your body. You know what I'm saying? That's one. That's the first thing that I don't like about school, is all the hair ending up on your body. You know what I'm saying? It's probably like that in the shop too. If you in a shop or you cut hair full time, or if you a barber, let me know. Am I tripping? Because I swear hair ends up in places that I never would think hair would end up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how? Another thing I hate about barber school, bro, is when they not even clients. They just people that's coming in. Like in barber school, when you got these people, hey, yo, when you have these people, bro, you're gonna have these. Now let me tell you about these people, bro. You're gonna have these people that come in. They're gonna sign a waiver. They're gonna pay the $9 for the cut. You know what I'm saying? Now keep in mind, it's a $9. They're paying $9 for a cut. What do you think a $9 haircut is gonna look like? You know what I'm saying? And not saying the barbers are bad barbers. Like, a lot of the barbers in school are pretty decent, but you're paying $9, so you getting what you pay for, you know what I'm saying? And you're also signing the waiver. The waiver says, if I'm not mistaken, the waiver says, yo, you may get messed up, like your hair may be messed up. If I'm not mistaken, it says that on the waiver. You know what I'm saying? The waiver that you signed, the person coming in there expecting extravagant work, you know what I'm saying? Expeditiously. The person coming in thinking they gonna get a $30 cut. It's a $9 cut, and these are students. Keep in mind, these are students. Don't get mad when you go into this barbershop. You know what I'm saying? My bad. When you go into this barber school, don't get mad and your hair come out looking like these. Bro, some of these people expect like 5-star level haircut. Some of these people expect to get the best phase of their life when they go into these barber schools. Some of these people expect to get the best haircut they ever got in their life in these barber schools. You are not gonna get the best cut. Now, I may be wrong. Just because you're in school doesn't mean you have no experience. It's people with experience. I'm talking about the people that come in, and the barbers with no experience. The barbers with no experience, stop expecting them to have experience when they don't. You have expectations that aren't real. They not real. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all, they not real. Another thing I don't like about barber school is you have to literally learn to cut on your own. Let me tell you what I mean. In school, no one's gonna hold your hand. No one's gonna be right beside you as you're cutting these clients. No one's gonna be right here like this and tell you step by step what steps to take. And sometimes a lot of the teachers, not all the teachers, but sometimes a lot of the teachers in different schools, sometimes they will just look at you mess up because they want you to learn on your own. Do I think that's right? No, I don't think that's right. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though teachers should definitely be hands-on. Luckily, I have teachers in my school that are hands-on, that will come up to you if you need help. But in some schools, bro, you know what I'm saying? And some teachers, they will not help you. You know what I'm saying? They will just look at you fail. They will let the customer get mad at you because the customer expects you to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of customers have bad experiences. You know what I mean? So when they come to you, you probably a decent barber, but the barber before you messed up their head. So when they come to you, now they got bad expectations. Now they looking at you like you crazy. Now they scared to get cut because the last person messed up their lineup and pushed them back. The last person pushed them back. You know what I'm saying? The last person. Another thing I don't like about barber school, and it's not even barber school for this one, you know what I'm saying? It's the YouTubers, you know what I'm saying? It's the YouTube, and I guess I'm in that category of YouTube barber now, you know, so I guess you gotta throw me in there too. But bro, a lot of these a lot of these beginners, bro, and a lot of people in school, they watch the videos. I'm saying it's a lot of students watching barber videos, and different barbers say different things. Different barbers cut different ways. Some barbers start at the top and fade down. A lot of the barbers start at the bottom and fade up. There's a lot of different techniques. There's a lot of equipment. There's a lot of things being used on hair, and I feel like it's a lot of misinformation in the barber game, and I feel like a lot of misguidance in the barber game as well. And I can't even blame that on the YouTube barbers. I can't blame that on barbers in general. I just feel like in school, for the people that don't know how to cut, you know what I'm saying, if they do decide to cut, like for the students that never cut anybody, or for the students that aren't well skilled, start them off with all even haircuts. You know what I'm saying? Every cut they get need to be all even. So no fades, no tapers, no pompadour cut, none of that. Nothing over their expertise, because they just starting out. They need to start with all even cuts. So a 1 all around, a 2 all around, you know what I'm saying? Even an afro with no fade, like start students off with that. And I feel like schools don't start people off properly. Schools just throw you in there and they say, hey, you know what I'm saying, here's a cut. You go to a high taper, go ahead and cut him. And then when he getting cut, it's not even a high taper no more. It's a fade, you know what I'm saying? But who am I to talk, right? Who am I to talk? Another thing I don't like about barber school is I feel as though there's not enough hair cutting involved. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of hair cutting involved. If you're in barber school, you know, well, I can only speak for my experience, you know what I'm saying? But I feel as though other people went through this experience. I just say most of the time, you guys know in barber school, it's mainly bookwork, you know what I'm saying? And you're actually learning about things that you never knew before. You're actually learning about things you never knew before. You're actually learning about things that you need to know. Learning a lot about sanitation, about germs, about things to look for in the head, things like that, you know what I'm saying? Which is, that's cool, that's excellent. You learn a whole lot of theory. You learn a whole lot of 14 strokes. You learn about a whole lot of perm rods. You learn about a whole lot of, like, a whole lot of stuff. Some schools don't even do shear work, not gonna lie. Some schools don't cover shear work like that. You know what I'm saying? Then when they get in the shop, they don't know what they're doing, but that's a whole nother story. But matter of fact, I can add that in here, you know what I'm saying? But I feel as though skill-wise, like hands-on, I feel like a lot of schools aren't hands-on. A lot of schools don't prepare the students for the real world. When I say the real world, I mean the shop. A lot of schools don't prepare students for the shop or suite or whatever they want to get into. Then when they graduate and they get their hours and they pass their state board and then they try to get in the shop, they don't know how to cut. They still don't know how to cut. And then everybody looking at the barber like, bro, you went to school, or how you not know how to cut? Because they wasn't taught hands. I'm telling you, bro, it ties together. Like schools, and I feel like schools need to be more hands-on, bro. Schools need to be more hands-on. Because a lot of people had experiences where school didn't teach them how to cut. They had to watch 360 Jeezy and Dre Clipperhands, Chris Bossio, Get Beam, Sean Cuts Hair, like people like that. Josh the Barber, people like that, you know what I'm saying? Vic Blends. They had to watch these people to learn how to cut. A-Rod, Los Cut It, you know what I'm saying? I'm shouting out these people too. If I didn't say your name, HYB, you know what I'm saying? Like people like that, like we had to watch people like that to really get the knowledge and practice, because we didn't practice in school, you know what I'm saying? But that's definitely another problem, that barbers aren't getting the hands-on practice like they should, you know what I'm saying? Sly Huncho, Wavy Kid Kev, Coldest Cuts, you know what I'm saying? People like that, man. So like a lot of barbers, man, especially beginner barbers, have to literally look on YouTube, watch these tutorials. Shop 8, Luke Nation. But a lot of barbers have to look, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube to actually get that experience. I was one of those people, man, that when I was in school, you know, I had to literally just look at YouTube videos and then practice. So I'll be at school doing theory, and then I'm like, all right, I need to get better with the cuts. I can do book work all day, you know what I'm saying? All 14 chapters, all 21 chapters, you know what I'm saying, of book work. I can do that all day. But it's nothing like hands-on practice, you know what I'm saying? You have to get the hand. Regardless, you got to get hands-on practice. But you know what I'm saying, definitely needs to be more hands-on work in general. And yeah. That's how I feel. Another thing, I said it earlier, can we get more shear work? You know what I'm saying? Went to the store and I got me some